I'm winding down my linear algebra learning, and now in the next few months, maybe somewhere in the middle of the summer of 2025, I'll get onto abstract algebra. So I got me the Schaum's outline. I first got me this particular copy. It's an old one when it was only Frank Ayers, but now they added somebody else. Maybe Frank Ayers passed away. This does happen in the book business, or they got a new author to help them, and so more was added. This is a lot, not a lot, but more content, reworked content. And so, yeah, this is a cautionary tale of buying books from online sellers that have multiple copies. Sometimes they'll send you a copy that's not that useful. So I got this copy, and then I said, oh, this is not very useful because, as you will see, it's in very poor condition and ready to be recycled. So I got me this one, which is useful, and the pages are okay. Not only is this book super tinted, but these pages are really, when you turn them enough, you'll tear them. So yeah, I think this book is ready to be recycled. So I'll go through the book that I'm going to use, and then I'll also compare it to the old outline, just for the sake of, just because it's here. All right, so this is Abstract Algebra, Schaum's Outlines. There are many more Schaum's outlines today than there were 30 years ago when I would occasionally use one of these for electrical engineering and calculus. Some math and some electrical engineering. That's what I would use them for. So Lloyd is out of Moorhead State. Yeah, and this book is from 2004. And the older one is from 1965, so it's one of the early copies, but of course it's in very poor condition. I'll hold on to the preface there in case you want to stop the video and read it. Yeah, so it's got a lot of pre-material that you would not find in a typical abstract algebra book. Sets, relations and operations, a bunch of number systems. This by itself, really, page 37 to 97. So 37 to 97, how much is that? 37 natural numbers all the way to 97, all the way to here. All this in this book is just number systems. So it's got a ton of number systems content. N, Z, properties of Z, rational, real, complex. Then groups, some more topics, rings, integral domains, division rings, fields, polynomials, great stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be using this. I may or may not get to do a little bit of Hoffman and Kuhn's as I walk my way out of linear algebra and into abstract algebra. Vector spaces, of course, linear algebra again, matrices, matrix polynomials, linear algebras, and Boolean algebras. So actually this book does couple very well with leaving the linear algebra station and entering the abstract algebra station. I'll show a few pages. These books are always written to the same format. Once you've seen one, as far as structured, you've seen them all. They have some definitions, but very few, very summarized, and then lots of worked out examples. Lot and lot of worked out examples. Then after they work out a bunch of examples, they also do a bunch of solved problems right here. So these are the problems. Yeah, these are the problems, solved problems. All of them solved. And then after that, they'll give you a list of supplementary problems. Okay, and then they'll give you the answers. I think in this case, yeah, it just proves these don't have their answers, but I have seen it. Let me keep going because I know that I've seen it in the linear algebra book and I don't want to be wrong. Okay, so relations, they show the definitions, some examples. This is the actual content before the problems. Then a bunch of solved problems. Yeah, I gotta look at these. I love these, but they get me. They get me sometimes. I've been reading them in my commute. Then supplementary problems. Okay, interesting. This book, I have to check it out does it have answers to the supplementary problems? No, it does not. Okay, interesting. So this is different from the linear algebra book. In the case of the linear algebra book, it has answers to the supplementary problems. And this one does not. So you would have to work through the worked out examples as the only ones that are actually solved, the solved problems. And then when you get to your supplementary problems, they are not, the answer is not given, even though they have hints. So let's go through to the group theory one. And I'll stop there. I'll show the old book just because I'm sure it's got a different setup. So it's got groups, the properties, Cayley table, then it worked out examples. Of course, Schaum excels at this. Some solved problems. And then it's got supplementary problems, and once again, no answers. It's just asking you to prove something without an answer. Okay, so now we know what the setup is for this book, which is different to the linear algebra Schaum's series. Yeah. Okay, so that's the book. And then when you compare to this book, let's look at this just for the sake of historical reasons. This is, of course, you can stop there and read it for the differences between this one and that other one. Sets, relations, okay, so all the number systems, groups, rings, integral domains, polynomials, vector spaces, matrices. Yeah, it's got the same content. I'm assuming, and I'm not going to compare it here, that the new book has more, just more. And of course, it says it right here. Yeah, new sections. But really, the differences are not that big. Except, of course, this paper makes me not want to use this book, and that's why I got the other copy. Okay, so there you have it.